Hi YouTube, I'm Kirsty, and in case you missed Big Brother 21 episode 11 just now, I got you. Okay, quick recap. After some bullying and a backdoor situation, Nicole is on the block next to Cliff, who was told he's a pawn. Nick is the HOH. Kemi, David, and Ovi are in Camp Comeback, which ends tonight. And grateful is now undeniable. Undeniable. I'm sorry. Okay, Nicole's upset. She says she can't campaign against Cliff because he's her friend. And Nicole says all the people that she's with are Ovi and Kemi, who aren't really in the game, and Cliff, who she's on the block with. Christy had spoken to Nick just before the veto. Okay, remember how she was freaking out and saying, like, last night that she was going to get evicted, she was going to get backdoored, she knows it's coming. Well, 30 minutes before the veto, and they didn't show this until tonight, she told him, like, I know you're going to backdoor me, just be honest. And he's like, I can't believe you think I would do that to a member of my own alliance. I'm really hurt, but I mean, I apologize for whatever I did that made you feel that way. And after the veto, to make up for her freaking out on him and offending him, she tells Nick and Bella about her diamond veto, which, remember, means that when someone wins the power veto, takes someone on the block, they, instead of the HOH, can put up a replacement nominee. Mickey says he doesn't trust Nick. He only trusts the people that are in the room with him at this time. So they form yet another alliance of only the 6 he trusts, which is himself, Jack, Holly, Sis, Tommy, and Christy. And they call themselves 6 shooters. Christy says she is going to vote Cliff out because Nicole's going to be gunning for Bella and Nick, and that's who their alliance has been wanting out anyway. So Holly, Sis, Tommy, and Jack all agree that they should vote out Cliff and not Nicole. And I love Cliff, but oh my gosh, now I really like Nicole after the whole bullying situation, which, according to, like, I was reading, they have Twitter feeds just for, like, the live feeds, and I was reading that, and yeah, everybody had been bullying Kemi too. At bedtime, Nick tells Bella how they are so good with their alliance, and as long as everybody keeps his word, which he thinks they will, like, they're going to be smooth sailing for a while. Then they focus on the Camp Comeback people, since the game is being played right after eviction tonight. David said he's been focused on making everyone like him, but he's gonna come for Mickey hard. Ovi says he's being ostracized, which he is. It showed clip after clip after clip of him just walking into a room and them saying, "Not now, Ovi, we're talking game." But Ovi started making up for that by making amazing cookies. And when someone asked, "What are in these cookies?" he said, "Love." And that was sweet. So now he can come in rooms. And Kemi says she hates Camp Comeback because she can't play and is just forced to live with people she hates, but she doesn't hate Nicole. Then, apparently this has been going on the live feeds for a while, and they just haven't shown it. But Jack tells Kemi, like, she has a shaker bottle, I guess, for after she blends something. And he's like, you notice how you put yours in the fridge? No one else puts theirs in the fridge. What would happen if we all put ours in the fridge? And she's like, it'd be full of them. He says, yeah. Everyone else except you has sacrificed keeping their shaker bottles cold so that we don't end up having a fridge full of them. And I'm just telling you this because I love you and I respect you. And, okay, so that was a really stupid thing to say, since she was the only person that put hers in there, ever. But apparently that's been going on all season. They just haven't shown it. Like, Jack's just been coming down hard on her. And I read that production had to step in and tell them to stop being so racist. I just heard that. I don't. But. Okay, it is eviction time. In their speech, Cliff says, "Whatever happens, I'm good with it. We're family. I love you guys, whether I stay, whether I go." And Nicole, how do I say this in a clean show? She says a wise woman once told her to grab life by the chest, and so they should do that. She's like, "Wait, don't grab my chest." And it just turned really awkward, and it was like my favorite moment. So here are how the votes went. Sis votes for Cliff. Bella votes for Nicole. Jack votes for Cliff. Sam votes Nicole. Jess votes Nicole. Kat votes Nicole and then says, "But don't think I don't know what's going on." Christy votes Cliff. Holly, Cliff. Mickey votes Cliff. And Tommy, Cliff. So, votes are 6-4. Cliff is coming to Camp Comeback. I was hoping for way more of a dramatic moment when Nick realized that his alliance did, in fact, turn against him because it's 6-4. But you could tell he was upset, but it wasn't like, which is probably what I would have done. You gotta make things dramatic, right? So, then Julie Chen Moonves says, "Cliff, David, Ovi, Kemi, go out back right now. It's time for Camp Comeback." Now, the competition is called Path to Redemption. Basically, they each... Okay, I drew a diagram, you guys. They have 6 balls. They have to put them on this thing and turn it so the ball goes over these humps and drops into their bucket. And it's either the first person to get all 6 balls or whoever has the most at the end of 3 minutes will be back into the house, and the other 3 have to leave the house. Cliff sinks the first ball of the competition, then the second ball, then the third ball, then the fourth ball. This is when Ovi gets his first ball, so Cliff is completely killing it right now. He ends up getting 5th and 6th. Cliff is back in the house. I've been going for Cliff like hardcore this whole time, but this time I kind of wanted David. I wanted him to come back in, just turn the house upside down. But I still do love Cliff. Then Julie does the interviews that she didn't get to do with David, Ovi, and Kemi. Okay, and at the end of the episode, my phone is always on hashtag BB21, during the shows, because I live tweet things, and sometimes I'm funny. No, there's a lot of outrage, because it's 3 non-white people were the first 3 people evicted. And I would just like to say, in my first summary video, I mentioned there was something going on. Just saying. David is crying, and he says he's proud of Cliff for beating him twice, but he did his best, and he has nothing but respect for Cliff, which, after you just had, your entire world come crashing down because you wanted it so badly, that's such a respectable thing to say. If he can't come back this year, I hope next year they put him back in. Julie asks Ovi, you said you were ostracized once you were in Camp Comeback. Why do you think that is? He says, well, it's because we weren't really playing the game. We couldn't, and everyone knew that, so they're still playing the game, so we're just pretty much nothing to them. Julie asks, Kemi, Nicole is your friend. Were you surprised she wasn't voted out? And Kemi said, yeah, definitely. I thought, it was going to be unanimous. Then Julie asks, who was surprised that Nicole got voted out? Kemi and Ovi raised their hands. David did not. And Julie tells David, you had the whole game figured out the whole time. You called out everybody that was in that alliance. You called out the couples. You've known what was going on. He's so astute with his observational skills. Oh, that sounded smart. Then Julie asks who they want to win. David says Cliff, Ovi says Cliff, and Kemi says Sam. And Julie said, I thought you were rooting for Nicole. And Kemi says, I'm always going to root for Nicole, but I've seen Sam's game since day one, and I like that. He knows when to leave a conversation, when to stay in the conversation, even if it's uncomfortable, but most importantly, when not to speak. Then they had to cut off the interview, but they said you can go to more at cbs.com/Big Brother. And then at the end, you know how she says, well, now let's eavesdrop on the house guests. This is where everything happened. It had all of Undeniable talking to Nick and trying to say, like, well, we decided, da-da-da-da. And Nick just freaked out, and he's like, okay, first he's looking like this. Like, yeah, like I need more shadows on my face. But he looks really upset, and he's like, Nicole said you guys wanted me out. I didn't believe her. I called her a liar, and then you guys turned the vote, and then it cut off, and I was like, no, it's getting good. But anyway, that was Big Brother. The next one is Sunday night for the HOH. So I'm hoping like Nicole or Cliff or someone out of one of the 1,042 alliances gets it and just turns the house upside down. I want to see that so badly. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for all my subscribers. If I don't annoy you too much, feel free to subscribe to me. See, Sunday night is HOH, but tonight I'll be doing, hopefully tonight, maybe tomorrow before work, I'll be doing NXT that I missed yesterday. But, oh, if you're looking for a podcast, the amazing Oz Banks and I do one called Beyond Serious. It's not safe for work. And you can follow me on Twitter at always_KIRSTIE. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.